Today is Tuesday, September 15th. This is my last day at work. This is the day that I start my pursuit of passion. All right, and we're rolling. Gonna get my food and my drink and get nice and comfy. Leo. Hello family, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, welcome to the family, welcome to the channel. My name is Tamarra. I am a writer, poet, spiritual practitioner, and a self-love advocate. I am also a lover of fashion and sustainability, so you'll get all of that sprinkled around this channel once I be more consistent, once I am more consistent with it. So as you can probably tell by the title of this video, it is a life update video, and as you probably can tell by the intro, I quit my job. I quit my 9-to-5 corporate job to pursue my passions full-time, and that's what we're going to talk about in this video, among other things, but that is obviously the most important update that I want to give to you guys. And I am going to be doing a mukbang, I think that's what it's called, because I'm hungry and I haven't eaten lunch today and it's like 3 o'clock, so I'm going to eat and chat with you guys, and yeah. I definitely overcooked these shrimp. It's real rubbery. Okay, so to date, today is the 23rd. It has been 1 full week since I quit my job. And this week has been filled with a lot of different emotions, a lot of different anxieties and stressors and worries and all of that. So I have a few clips that I'm going to share with you guys to kick us off, just so you can see how the first few days went to start this journey off for me. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm literally taking a leap of faith with nothing but a cosign from the universe saying that this is what I'm supposed to do. I'm 1 day closer to, I'm gonna cry again. To going after my dream. I'm gonna have these breakdowns like every day this week, because this is crazy. This is crazy. Good afternoon, family. This is technically the first day of this journey, this pursuit of passion. And I woke up feeling really good. I slept in a little bit because that was amazing, because I didn't have anywhere to be. So I slept in. My face is a little dry. I cooked breakfast, and now I am actually about to start my day. There we go. So, to give you guys some background knowledge, the career that I was in, it was something that I knew I wasn't going to be doing long term. It was still enjoyable, and you know, the work environment was pretty healthy, but I always knew that I wasn't, like, I didn't have a future with the company and that career path. It's not something that, you know, I was passionate about. So I always knew that I was going to go my separate way at some point, but I always thought that I would have a plan before I decided to go my separate way. And in this case, sorry, that's really annoying. In this case, I did have a plan, but it wasn't a very thought out plan. Let me explain. So the Friday prior to me putting in my notice, I just had a very introspective day. I sat with myself, I did some yoga. It was a very emotional day as well for some reason. Super emotional day. And you know, like my career, my work wasn't really on my mind that day, but I guess it's always something that's on my mind, especially since I know that it wasn't something that I wanted to do long term. But randomly that day, I did a tarot card reading to just see what was next for me. And in the reading, everything was just confirmed that it was time for me to go my separate way. And it was a very intense experience because some of y'all are gonna think I'm crazy, but I felt the presence of my spiritual team literally in my living room. Like I felt them surrounding me, and I just was crying the entire time. And I heard a voice say, like, it's time for you to put your 2 weeks notice in. Literally the voice was clear as day, and it was this inner knowing that was like, okay. Like that's literally how it went. And after that experience, I started to question, you know, like, what am I going to do? How am I going to make money? All of these things. And then another voice said to me, don't worry, you'll be okay. And I started crying even more. Even now I'm getting emotional because that experience was so, it was so intense. And I'm so appreciative for the support of my spiritual team and my ancestors, because this is something that I would never do. I'm usually, I'm Sagittarius. I am pretty adventurous and spontaneous, but in regards to my finances, I have been more conscious of making decisions that I'm not going to regret in the future regarding money and finances, because I'm at an age where I really need to start building foundation for my future. But in that moment, there was no second guessing outside of, you know, the questioning that I had. But once that was confirmed that I would be okay, I was just like, all right, I'm doing it. I'm doing it because I've never felt that intense of a spiritual experience ever in my life. So I know that it was something that I had to do. I know that I was being guided, and I know that I would be okay because, like I said, never before have I felt the presence of my spiritual team, of my ancestors. And I know some of y'all are gonna think I'm crazy, but I put my 2 weeks notice in that following Tuesday when I got back to work, and I have very little savings. I don't have a secondary income as of yet, and I'm still on this path. I still feel like it is the right path for me. Obviously, I am second guessing, you know, every single day I'm worried, I'm stressed, but I always come back to that experience and that inner knowing that I am guided and I am going to be okay and I'm protected. And that brings me back to just calmness and acceptance of this journey and gratitude for everything that is to come to me. What I did not mention, after like all of that happened in my living room, that same night, this is actually the day that we found out that Chadwick passed away. So just to give you some context there, that night I was just up and just thinking, and all of these ideas kept coming to me for my business and my YouTube channel and my podcast. We'll get to that in a second. So I kept waking up and writing notes down and doing voice recordings because my mind was just going with all of these freaking ideas, which was amazing. And it was like 3 a.m. and I was finally like, all right, it's time for me to go to sleep. So I got on Instagram and then I saw, you know, all of the posts about Chadwick, and I was just thinking like, wow, life is really, really short. And that further confirmed my decision. And then also after that, I was about to go to sleep and I kept tossing and turning, and I was just like, why can't I just rest? Why can't I sleep? I'm exhausted. My body is exhausted. Why can't I go to sleep? And then I heard another voice say, you can't sleep yet. I have something to show you. And don't cry, girl. And I decided to check my email because I started a podcast and I submitted my podcast to Apple Podcasts to be approved, to be on there or whatever. And then when that voice came to me, I decided to check my email, and in the email that popped up was confirming that my podcast was approved for Apple Podcasts. Back to the podcast. I started a podcast. The podcast is Healing Together, and the podcast is essentially a safe space for cultivating the inward healing journey of our community, of Black folks, of marginalized people and people of color. And it's a safe space really to just mend hearts, nurture souls, and awaken more love within our community. And I am so proud of it. We have 4 episodes so far. And we've already grown a bit since, you know, the intro episode. So I'm so very grateful for the love and support there. And I have so many ideas and things that I want to do with the podcast. So if you are interested in listening to the podcast, I'll leave a link below, or you can search Healing Together, pretty much wherever podcasts are at this point, and you can take a listen and let me know what you think. Comment below what you think after you listen to an episode or 2. I would love to hear from you guys about it. I know some of you probably have questions regarding like my plan, like how does one plan for something like this? This is not the video for you because I did not plan for this. I'm literally walking this path with very little savings, with a car note, with a credit card bill, with student loans, and the cosign of the universe that said that this is the path for me. So I'm trusting that I will be provided for. I'm trusting that money will come. I'm trying not to stress over it, because stressing over it is coming from a lack mindset, and I need to be at an abundance mindset if I'm trying to attract this money. Obviously, I have a plan. I have a business that I will be launching very soon. I have healing sessions that I'm going to be doing. Hopefully, I'll be offering tarot card readings as well. So there's a lot coming. So I'm not really too stressed regarding money, but at this very moment, like I said, I don't have a secondary income and I have very little savings. So I'm just walking in faith, truly. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this rambling, crazy video. I feel like it's going to be crazy. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to listen to my podcast and be sure to follow me on Instagram. But I promise to be more consistent on this channel because I have no reason not to be. Actually, now that you know that I don't have a secondary income or savings, you could truly help a sister out by commenting. If you listen to the podcast, comment below what you think. You can also share this video with a family member or a friend. Like this video as well, because it helps me and it helps me get my name out there, and YouTube algorithms or whatever. It helps and it costs you nothing. So you can go ahead and like the video. All right. I think that's all I'm gonna do. Peace, family.